Hello, Lisa. Hello, Rouge Argentine. I'm so happy that there's more than I'm happy that there's anybody here. I was like, there might not be anybody show up because I haven't done a live in a long time. It reminds me when I used to go live on TikTok when I was still deep in multi-level marketing trying to sell Monat. I'd be like, hi, everyone. This is me applying this 30-second miracle eye cream. And there would be one person in there. And it would be so weird because you could see somebody was watching and it would say their TikTok handle. And it was so disturbing. It like brings me back to that. So I'm happy that there's somebody here watching this. And then hello, if you're just watching this on the replay, drop a 1 if you're watching it on the replay. Okay, this is going to be like a comedic relief piece of content, a live stream. I'm not going to get into anything really serious because I need it. And I think a lot of other people need it out there too. And like really the real reason is because I can't get this thing out of my head. And this is just how my brain works. When I have an idea, it has to come out. And this thing has been sitting in my mind and it will not stop. Like I've been at work, I'm just off. I work 4 days on, 4 days off. So I am off for 4 days. And I'm like, should I make a live stream? Should I make a piece of content on this? And I've had people like shout out to Becky Meadows, who has been collecting some Monat videos for me. And I want to make a video about Monations, but I don't have the inspiration. I got a lot of inspiration to make a lot of other pieces of content, which I've been doing on Instagram. By the way, fuck Melaleuca. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Monations. So when I have an idea in my head, I have to like just go with it. And it's almost like I don't have any control over it. I just get so excited and I have to create a piece of content. So when I was starting on TikTok, I'd go like a dingbat when I was making a lot of pieces of content each day. And then like with this most recent inspiration, I've just been like going like a dingbat over on Instagram. So with all this, that, you know, all these other things that are going on, I was, you know, there's Monations, but that was the cult I was in, one of the cults I was in. And sometimes when I'm making content about Monat, it's too close, you know, and I'm like, I'm like reliving parts of it. It's different when I'm commenting on other cults, other MLMs. And there's a lot of other anti-MLM content creators that are covering Monat, and they're doing a really good job. And so I wanted to show you 2 anti-MLM content creators, and the one that is the inspiration for this video, because it was on her piece of content that I saw this whole thing about the buffalo. This preamble is important. Plus, this is a live stream, and we're going to fuck around, and we're going to hang out and talk. So that's why I'm like taking my time. I'm not getting to the point right away here, but I will. I'm circling around. I'm going to get back to the point. So I'm going to just read, I'm going to say hello to a number of you on here, and then I'm going to show you the 2 content creators that I recommend. If you want to find out about Monations, what happened step by step, like day by day, I don't want to do that. I'm just going to focus on one part of what happened at Monations, which is this buffalo nonsense. So hello, Marie, and hello, Rob. Nyondo Natty, Emmy, and Marie's dropping the potatoes. Nikki B. August, I am live. I'm live and I'm losing my mind. MLM, no! And Nikki B says, I'm love freewheeling. Julie. August says, hi, Wendy. Deanna, hello. Melody says, I love your lives. Simberly Sanchez and Global Goods says, thank you. You're welcome. Okay. So this is, I'm going to go in like chronological order. I do have like somewhat of a format here. So the first thing I want to show you is this. So this is Melanie. You've reached Melanie. Now, if you see the second video just over there on the right, that was the video that I watched where she has this training from a top person in the Monat pyramid scheme talking about this buffalo. I'm going to explain the story about the buffalo. But it was in that video that I'm like, that was when this buffalo, bison, cow wedged in the back of my mind, and it has not been able to, like, I haven't been able to expel it. So it's because of that video. Her content is really good, and she should have way more subscribers. I have no idea why she doesn't. It's ridiculous that she has, and 2,000 subscribers is a lot. I don't want to like be insulting anybody that has less than that by any means, right? But her content is so good. She really deserves to have it seen more. So if you are interested in anti-MLM content or more about Monations, definitely go check out her content. I love her sense of humor. She's so funny. Now, there's one other person that I just wanted to show you, and her name is CD Beauty Hunter, and she did a wicked video. This is this creator. She just did a video on Monations. Here it is right here. This one right there. That is such a good video. She goes step by step, and she has such a great sense of humor. She speaks German because Monat is supposed to launch in Germany, and she's like, I can't wait to make German content to warn everyone. So I'd recommend go checking out those two if you want to, you're like, Julie, I don't really care about this buffalo. I want to know what happened with Monations. So that's that. Okay, what the hell is it with this buffalo? So in multi-level marketing, they always use different stories or motivational speeches to indoctrinate you, to brainwash you, to keep you in. And when you're in multi-level marketing, a lot of these stories or inspirational stories or like even personal development concepts exist outside of multi-level marketing. So that's when you'll hear people like Always Marco describes this so well. It's like a kernel of truth, or like truth wrapped in lies. So the truth exists. It's not because of the cult. It's not because of multi-level marketing. It is a truth. But when you leave like multi-level marketing and you see the truth existing outside of it, it's like, oh God, like it was all wrapped in lies. And it's just, and this is one of these things, this story. But the buffalo story is so stupid and it's so wrong and it doesn't serve any purpose. Even that people outside of multi-level marketing trying to use this story as some kind of inspiration for you to like battle through your life. And if you do, whatever blows your hair back. But this is the hill I'm going to die on today. I'm just giving you fair warning. So this is, okay, so the story, this is one of these stories that has been used by multiple multi-level marketing companies. You go to one of these large group awareness trainings. Each year there's a convention that's held. Sometimes there's more than one, but on the whole, for each multi-level marketing company, if you're not aware of this, this is when all these people, like thousands of people, or in the case of Monat now, maybe mere hundreds, as the pyramid scheme starts to tank, they all like congregate in a city. And in 2019, when it was like peak Monat, when I was in, it was held in Columbus, Ohio. I'll actually show you a clip of that after I'm done this preamble, because again, thanks to Becky Meadows for getting me some footage about Monations 2024. That's what they call Monat's event, is Monations. United Nations, it's Monations. And I've juxtaposed 2019 to 2024 so you can see how stark this contrast is. It's just shocking how few people are left in Monat. But anyway, you go to this convention, and I know people, if you aren't familiar with multi-level marketing, you're starting to get more familiar with how horrible all of multi-level marketing is. You might think, well, why would you even go to this? If I was at one of these things, I would stand up and leave. But from the time you're inducted into one of these multi-level marketing cults, you're taught, you're dripped on, you're poured into that it is crucial for you to attend one of these events. And I've been reflecting on this lately, and I haven't discussed it a lot myself, and I haven't watched enough content to see if it's been, this topic has been broached yet by other creators. So I wanted to kind of like throw this out there and introduce it to you if this is a new thing for you, or if you've ever wondered about this. But as soon as I signed up with Monat, and you can extrapolate this with other multi-level marketing companies, you're in indirect ways and also direct ways, you'll start hearing stories of how exciting the last year's event was, or depending on when you sign up, the next year's event. It's so important for you to get to this event. It's always happening in the background, this looming importance of how you need to get to this event and how it's going to completely transform you. That leaders in your multi-level marketing pyramid scheme have said for years. They doubted themselves, and they kept going to events, and thank God they did, because last year was the year that they ended up recruiting their superstar and they exploded in sales, and now they're the number one income earner in their company. Or the company itself, Monat, used to come out with these slides, or these, it was like Canvas shit, with the cursive writing. It's like, 83% of people who attended all ranked up last year. They just make up these statistics. So it's constantly like, it's almost like a given. You're being maneuvered to be it'll make it a no-brainer for you to get to one of these events anyway. So I wanted to just give you a little bit of a background. So people aren't kind of like just going in right away. A lot of times it's like it comes part of the brainwashing. Does that make sense? Everybody says this. I'm going to scroll down here. Sherry, hello. It's your 60th birthday. Sherry, happy birthday to you. Melody's dropping a potato. Lindsay G says, love alive, Julie. I think this is the first one I'm catching. Oh, that's good. I haven't been live for a while. Everybody's saying happy birthday to Sherry. Oh, Sherry, happy birthday to you. Ryan says, oh, I love her channel too. Simberly says, love Melanie. Lindsay says, LMAO or bio, probably roasting your mom's MLM. She is the coolest. Jason says, Monat selling bald buffaloes now. Wait, I am going to go off on this. So just hang on. I was already going off. I was in a group chat with a couple of my friends, Jen Ryla and Brandy Hadfield. And I'm like, I got to make a live video because I can't get this out of my head. Yes, Melanie's got great stuff. Go subscribe if you haven't yet. And Christine is great too. And she's reaching the German-speaking world. Nika says, oh, yes, I adore her. Yes, it's good. Ellie says, Ellie, catching a live for the first time. Are you serious? Then here's a high five for you. Apocalypso. Hello, Apocalypso. I haven't really got into the buffalo yet, so you haven't missed anything. Dang, I'm late, but whew, made it before the end. Are we already sworn into the high altitude potatoes? Yes, we are. Elizabeth's. Sorry. Hello. Ryan says, hi, potato people. Charlene, hello. I bid you welcome, Apocalypso. Anne says, never caught a live here. Woohoo. Alberta in the house. And Lindsay G says, so the Canadian folks still attended the U.S. Monations? Yes. And I flew to Columbus, Ohio. It was expensive. If you think of like flying, I had to go to Calgary, catch a number of flights and get accommodations. And I mean, it's a lot of money, So when they open Germany, the Germans will have to come to the US for it. Some of them will. I know some Australians came to this one where it was in Florida this year. Yeah, the flight costs. You're right. And I'm so glad that you brought this up, Lindsay. When I was in Rank Makers, so I was in tandem, these two cults at the same time, Monat and then the coaching cult. And Rank Makers is, significantly smaller than Monat. But they would say, I just wanted to pull this up, how it's the flight costs. They'd say, who's here from Canada? And then people would stand up. Who's here from, and it'd always end up being Australia or New Zealand. And then those people, whoever would stand up, they would be love bombed. They would get so much attention. They'd say, do you see this person? They believe in themselves and their business so much that they're taking a risk. They're putting it all on the line. Even better if you were from Australia flying to the US and you had to sell something, maybe your car, maybe all your kids' toys, because that's going to prove that you are now ready to receive the abundance that the universe has to offer you. That's how this shit works. And so then we're all clapping and we're like, wow. And you'll hear stories like that too. I remember when I was in Monat, you'd hear those were the stories that would be emphasized. You'd see them on Zoom calls, or Monat would have these, private Facebook groups with these training videos. He would say, I didn't have the money, but I decided to invest in this additional coaching. And I decided to fly to Monat and I couldn't afford it, but I decided to anyway, because I'm investing in myself. It's not an expense and it's an investment. Marie says, at event is also the place that group control is at the highest. I must be wrong if I feel something is wrong because everyone else is here and love it. Yeah. Thank you, Global Goods. Preach. Yeah, I'm going to go off because I was already going off. Sam. Hello, Sam. Jackie Unfiltered. And hello. Anne says free trip to Monations, but 1,200 in flights. They're free now. Yeah. What the hell is HAP? All right. High altitude potatoes is HAP. I'll give you a brief background on this. So when I was on TikTok, I started on TikTok in about 2019. I was still deeply brainwashed. And I guess you're just fucking brainwashed. I don't know why I keep saying deeply brainwashed. I was still deep in Monat and Rank Makers, but I was starting to strike out on my own. I was starting to critically think. And I was making content on TikTok. And I was just making all kinds of crazy content. It was free reign. I could just do whatever. And I was encouraging other people to make content too. And so many people were concerned about not getting a lot of views, a lot of likes. and they're really embarrassed. And I said, well, take a potato and just throw it in your backyard. Just wing it and then just post it. And I'm gonna do it. And I don't care if I get no views. Who cares, right? So I did it to kind of encourage other people that are on TikTok to make their first piece of content or whatever. So then people started to duet it. They would have my piece of content, me throwing the potato, and then they'd throw a potato, or somebody threw a banana, or somebody would just make a potato. So they make a piece of content throwing a potato or rolling a potato on the floor, and it kind of went from there. So I started to make I just would fuck around, just making bad content because it's fun. I just wanted to reach those few people that get my sense of humor, instead of oh, make sure you have intro question content, call to action, make sure you have a hook in the first 15 seconds. I'm I just want to play. I just want to hang out online, this new platform which TikTok was at the time. And it was so much fun, and I could just play around. So I was, encouraging people to do that. So now the years are going by, the months are going by, the years are going by, and I start to wake up. And so then meanwhile, I've been using this potato, it's evolved. Somebody would say, where's the potato? Because I was doing live videos on TikTok, and I'd do something called the emoji game. I'm not going to get into all of this, but anyway, the potato would feature in it. I have this fish that's behind me. I don't know if you can really see it. It's in the corner, but his name is Slappy. If I would say drop a potato and you drop the wrong emoji, Slappy would come out, and I'd virtually fish belly slap you in the face. We had so much fun with this thing. Somebody would request, where's the potato? I'd tie a string. I was telling somebody about this the other day. Tied a string around the potato and tied it to my kitchen lights. And then I swung the potato in slow motion to see his chandelier. I want to swing from the chandeliers. And I just did it in slow motion. It's just so stupid, but it's so funny, So all the while going up to high altitude potato, I'm lo and behold, I realize I'm in a pyramid scheme. I've been brainwashed, and I've been doing it unbeknownst to other people. So I'm that's it. I'm speaking out. I got to warn everybody, because if I warn everybody, this will prevent anybody else from getting into these cults, and all MLMs are going to shut down. I'm going to make content. And so high altitude potatoes, I started using this as a spoof of, instead of commenting this is Monat, this is Arbonne, using a specific multi-level marketing company, it was a good outlet for me to heal too, because then I could turn into Hunbot Julie and do the pitch for high altitude potatoes. And you can use high altitude potatoes. You can apply all of that rhetoric to every multi-level marketing company. And it kind of gave, that humor, that relief. So there's the long thing. So this now has been from, I got out the end of 2021. So it's been going on 3 years. So high altitude potatoes has just taken on a life of its own now. So that's high altitude potato. High altitude potato is for all. The great potato. And Rouge says, I'm finally understanding potato lore. Good, you're welcome. I need to do an update every once in a while. Bored Black Sheep, hello. I've seen that you've left a couple comments. I haven't responded to you yet, and I just want to thank you for your comments. I really appreciate you. And Stupid Asso says, love the hat promo you did. Okay. Simberly says, still patiently waiting to use my potato credits. Yeah. Tanya Elizabeth is here. Hello, Tanya. It's been a while, hasn't it? Oh, my goodness. Okay. So the story of the buffalo. Apparently, this story has been told in other multi-level marketing companies. I never heard it when I was in MLM. This was the first I heard of it was watching You've Reached Melanie's video. And I just about fell off my chair. I was laughing so hard, I was leaving a few comments. I'm like, this is so stupid. So this person at the top of the Monat pyramid scheme, they say, okay, they stand up there, and you can see in the thumbnail, it's not a buffalo. This is the thing, but we'll get to that. It's this raging buffalo. You don't know how angry this thing is. It's got lightning behind it. This is a crypto bro selling you coins in a buffalo. And it's supposed to convey power or something, So she's standing up there, and I hope this individual gets out. I hope all these people eventually wake up and get out and realize, oh my goodness, I've been a part of this scam. I can't believe it. And then we can all laugh about this afterwards. and says, now, there's buffaloes and cows. And when there's a storm that is brewing, a blizzard, they're painting this picture. If you've never seen a blizzard brewing over the range, oh, it's something to behold. I'm living in Southern Alberta. I'm like, this is going to be fucking good, right? But I'm like, Julie, you got to have compassion and empathy. You were that person once. I'm like, all these feelings are going on in the inside as I'm watching this very brief clip inside this video that You've Reached Melanie's done. So the storm is brewing and the buffalo are, they're sniffing the air. And what do the buffalo do as the storm is approaching? The blizzard is just like coming over the prairie land, They turn into the storm and they charge through the storm because they know that if they turn and they face the storm and run through it, they're going to get to the other side. They're going to get to the end of the storm faster, not like those stupid cows. The cows, they run the other way. And so the whole thing is like, don't, in a world full of cows, be a buffalo. And that clip, I'm like, that has been in my head since I saw her video been published. And this is what we're going to do. And they don't. We're going to take this apart piece by piece. It is BS. The cows are exactly right. So animals survive. But we're going to go, we'll just start at the beginning here. Because there's a lot of facets to this that we need to just completely debunk about how stupid a story this is, how it makes absolutely no sense, and how this is used in multi-level marketing to keep people in a cult of all things. But I've also seen it, I shouldn't say I've also seen it used with people that are completely outside multi-level marketing, and people just eat it up. And I get it. I get that people can be inspired by it, but it is still stupid. And I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, you got to find inspiration in something else. Because a buffalo is not a cow, and that this buffalo is not a buffalo. This is a bison. So, okay, first thing that I want to show you. This is my exhibit. I have exhibit 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're also going to have exhibits within the comments. And Rob has just said something extremely important. To err is human, to move, bovine. Okay, this is the first one. So I went on to, I gotta pull it up here. All right, Snopes. Bison are only animals to walk through blizzards to instinctively get through bad weather faster. Now, I know that I could start talking about what is a buffalo, what is a bison, what is a cow, but this is just the order I've decided to go in. So this is where we're going to start. Are bison the only animals to walk through blizzards to instinctively get through bad weather faster? We're just going to scroll. Now just take a look at this animal. Does this look like a cow to you? Just upon first glance, do cows have that much fur on their head? Do cows have that much fat insulating all the front of their bodies? I don't think they do. I think only bison do. These bison. I think this is a first crucial piece of information that has been missed by all of multi-level marketing. Look at this. It's almost like they were built genetically to face into cold weather. But this is just me. This is just my critical thinking ex-Hunbot mode. Applying my critical thinking skills now. Bison are the only, this is the claim. So they're going to have the claim, and then they're going to have like the mixture here of what they decide is reality or not. The claim. Bison are the only animals that walk through blizzards instead of heading the opposite direction because they instinctively know that will get them through the bad weather quicker. Mixture. So what's true? Bison have been observed doing this. So bison have been observed walking through the blizzards, but what's false? There's no evidence that bison know facing a storm will get through it quicker. See, this is people anthropomorphizing the bison. They're attributing it. Oh, well, the reason why they're facing it couldn't possibly be like birds flying south for the winter in V formation. It's like, oh no, they know that they're going to do that because of some reason that I can tie in, that I can like explode their network marketing business better. Go for no harder. No, the bison looks like this. Look at this thing. A cow doesn't look like this. Okay. I told you I was getting heated about this topic. This is extremely important. Okay. Rather, their fur and metabolism give them the ability to withstand the conditions. What's undetermined? Well, other ungulates, like cattle, tend to go the opposite direction of blizzards. It's unknown whether other animals do what bison do, or whether they would if facing similar circumstances, because not all animals deal with blizzards. Ergo, we don't know if an animal that hasn't encountered a blizzard would also face into the storm and walk through it. Maybe it has some genetic, component in it that unbeknownst to the world yet, because, 50,000 years ago, there was a blizzard in that country, and now it isn't. We don't know. This is undetermined. So then clocking in at up to 2,000 pounds and 6 feet tall, bison are the largest mammal in North America. Just wait. I wanted to show you what else here. Okay. So first off, I wanted to go back to this comment because somebody was very smart. Here was Natasha, I think, when you said, but wait, don't they all survive? Hey, here we go. Natasha, on the ball. The cows survive, though. Exactly. So you would think if somebody in multi-level marketing was going to bring out this whole story about the bison, well, they call it the buffalo. That's the next tab. And then the cows. It's like, what is the point of the story? All the cows, if the cows were to suddenly turn into the storm like the buffalo, without the shaggy mass of fur and like the thick insulating layers of fat, do you think the cows would survive? And then what would be the point? Do other animals survive? Do the gophers and the chickadees and the cats that people like drop off on the highway because they're heartless and cruel and they don't want to like take it to the shelter to get adopted? Do all these other animals survive blizzards? Why, yes, they do. And not all of them act exactly like the buffalo. So then you have to ask yourself, what is the point of this story? And that's what I've been asking myself. Okay, back to tab 1, evidence exhibit 1 here. All right. So bison have indeed been observed exhibiting this behavior, but there is no evidence that they know facing a storm will get them through it more quickly. See, this is just humans adding this nonsense up, especially in multi-level marketing. You're going to get through the storm faster. How could this be used in an MLM? Go for no. The more no's you get, the more people you badger, the more people you refuse to accept their no, to keep following up with them until they die, the sooner you're going to get a yes. These are just bad storms. Don't think. Use a thought-terminating cliche like you do in cults. Be like the buffalo. Don't be like a cow. And it's so stupid because this is like used in Monat, where it's just like most of the people in this pyramid scheme are women. Calling each other cows. It's such poor form. And it's just so stupid. Okay. Rather, their fur and anatomy give them the ability to withstand extreme conditions. I rest my case. While other ungulates, like cattle, tend to go the opposite direction of blizzards, it's unknown whether other animals do what bison do. Okay, I already said this. I'm repeating myself because I'm so jacked up about this. Okay. That's the first one. Now let's see. There was just, I kind of scanned through this. Okay, this is the next one that I want to show you. This is important because this is a buffalo. Now, in my cursory research, very cursory research, which could be erroneous, and I don't mind being corrected, but I found there was like 2 kind of categories of buffalo. I think it's like a water buffalo and a Cape buffalo. But for this expose, I've decided just to settle on an image that can kind of convey the difference between what a bison and a buffalo is. Now the discussion about this, the debate on buffalo and the terminology of bison and buffalo, you may think this is a fruitless and pointless discussion, but I tend to disagree with you there. Because in a cult, outside of a cult, it's playful. It doesn't really mean anything. But in a cult, this shit is important and it's used to control us. It's used to control people. And it's not a buffalo. It's a bison. So even here, if you were to look at this buffalo, it would not face into the actual buffalo, wouldn't face into the blizzard. Only the bison would. Prove me wrong. Take a buffalo, a bison, and a cow and point them into the blizzard. What's going to happen? Has it ever been tested? Has any of these multi-level marketing participants over the years ever thought to even just look at how stupid this is? Look at that. No way. There is only one animal, when you look at a bison, a buffalo, and a cow, that is equipped genetically to walk through a blizzard head on. And it's very easy to see which one that is. Look at that bison. That bison is built like a motherfucker. He's built for one thing. He's built for blizzard. Okay, this is the next thing that I wanted to show you. Okay, this is my next tab, and I hope that please let me know, because sometimes if I cite an unreliable source, like I did in a Monat video about EWG, people let me know in the comments, and I'm grateful for that. So if I'm, this topic isn't as serious as quoting something that, quoting a site like that, but I do want to know. All right, now this is from outdoors.com. Okay. All right. 5 bison myths busted with some help from an expert at Yellowstone National Park. Now, any Monat hun going up against an expert from Yellowstone National Park? I don't think so. Also, already we've gone through 2 exhibits where I think we have a pretty clear idea that this is not a buffalo with the lightning behind it, like getting really excited, like he's so aggressive, he's going to go out and recruit people to his multi-level marketing business. He's going to like outlive all the other animals. Meanwhile, all these other animals that live, bear, cougar, deer, elk, they all live. None of them are all running into the storm with the buffalo. Oh, excuse me, the bison. Why is this being used to like ramp up like all these people at this multi-level marketing conference? It's so stupid. I can't even handle it. I hope I'm exercising this out of my system, because this has just been needling me. All right. Okay. Bison are marvelous. They are indeed. Okay. Let's get to the myths. Myth 1. Bison are essentially no more than large, fluffy cows. Now, this is important because, you might think, well, obviously, but when you're in a multi-level marketing cult, it's not, because they're 2 different animals. A bison is not a cow. You cannot compare 2 animals and judge them because they're completely different. It's like comparing a bird and a fish and saying, oh, that fish is so brutal it doesn't fly off for the South every winter. They're doing the same thing with a cow and a bison. If a cow were to turn into the storm with the bison, there's a reason why it doesn't do that. It's not even built that way. Think of an Angus cow. It's all black. Or a Holstein. Aren't the Holstein, they're the black and white? This nice cow. It's domestic as well. We're going to get to that. They're 2 completely different animals. So trying to like force the attributes of one onto another and judging the other one, it's like, oh, thou art weighed in the balance and are found lacking. I guess you deserve to die, cow. In a world full of cows, be a buffalo. What? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, I'm going to catch up on your comments first here. All right, and I'll get back to my ranting and raving. Buffalo are monumentally stupid animals. That's what Rob says, right? Okay, I'm going to catch up here. Apocalypso says, in a world of cows and buffalo, I'd rather be a human that seeks shelter instead. Which is another point. There's multiple points here. What if it's just the cows? There's a barn. Because they're domesticated. They're not roaming the range. Some bison are almost domesticated too. You can like have these bison farms. The cows are. It's like time to get back. They know the storm is coming. Maybe someone's ringing the bell and they're coming. They're like, oh, we're getting out of here. We're going to go sleep in the barn tonight. Seems to me like the cows win on that. I mean, is it a contest between like a wild animal and a domestic animal? What is the point of this training? It doesn't make any training. All right. They can't even get their dumb animal right. Exactly. And says, okay, all this talk of buffalo has me thinking about the drive-through preserve not too far from me that I absolutely love going to. I'm glad that this is giving you some good memories to think about. Lisa says, OMG, they couldn't even use a picture of an actual buffalo. And I haven't even gotten into the best part of this, where if you have heard that song, that the guy who rides a buffalo, I reacted to this on one of my live streams a long time ago. There was that movie, and then this band adapted the movie. They sang a song to match what was going on in the movie. Oh, so I've been singing this. This has been in my head since I've watched that video from You've Reached Melanie. I'm like, the guy that rides the buffalo sneaks up on you like a ghost. I might find that clip and play it. I was going to pull it up here before I started. Elizabeth says, like the wise Eric Worre said, in a world of leopards to be a porcupine. Did he say that? I would be surprised. And says the Southern Alberta is why I tune in. Oh my God. Board Black Sheep says, I know a type of cow that does. You'll love them. Shetland cow. See? So there is another type of cow. Look at that. Again, totally ignoring that there are different animals that do this. Bison and buffalo are mean bastards, says Tana. What is that cat advert? LMAO, can we sidebar to that cat advert? No, it's like the distraction with the cat. Can't they just walk away or so? Yeah. Starla, hello, Starla. Ellie says, some part of me believes they do things deliberately wrong like this just to reinforce the indoctrination to believe anything and everything they say, no matter how silly it is. I wouldn't be surprised. That's sobering right there. Lindsay G. So when I don't shave and gain weight this winter, let it be known I am adapting to survive my winter conditions here in Minnesota. You're going to beat the buffalo. You get in trouble from your upline. Lindsay, you're looking a little unkept. You told me to be like the buffalo in a world of cows. I don't want to be a cow. I got to be a buffalo. Maybe an alligator would. Hello, Arrow Deal. Elizabeth, we're going to need more sources. Most of the firmly entrenched people I know of various beliefs are convinced that Snopes is a propaganda organization. Okay, so there could be, but we can look at pictures of, and it's okay. We can reject things. You can reject the pieces of evidence that are like, no, this isn't good. But we can also believe our own eyes. And we can think, would buffalo run ass end into a blizzard? Because their ass end is as smooth as cows, except Shetland cows. But a lot of other cows, they're not. That would be the equivalent. It's like, okay, well, yeah, we'll do the buffalo that aren't buffalo. The bison. Do the bison run ass end into a blizzard to get to the other side faster? And do they meet the chickens who also run? Why do the chickens go through the blizzard faster? Oh, I'm mixing things up. The chickens walk to the other side of the road. Factress, hello, Factress. 99.7% of cows would die in the storm, while the 0.03% told them they didn't try hard enough. This is a good example. This is it. Right on. Elizabeth, please tell me you're joking. I don't know. I could see this. Being true. Aerodil says they need to stop dissing on cows. Exactly. Why do they always have to find something to slag, something to insult, something to be the butt of the joke? And it's the cow. Why? It's so brutal. Jason says, so Monat is saying their reps need to be smarter like a buffalo. Yeah, they got to charge into the storm. However much resistance you get from your friends or family or society telling you you're in a scam. Did you check your bank account? No, I can't. This is an investment in myself. I need to get to Monations. This is just a storm, and the cows run away from that. The cows turn into that, but the buffalo turns into the storm and just keeps on going through right to the other side, because on the other side of the blizzard is financial freedom. That's what that's the limiting belief that people are like walking through. Charlie says, I'm a city girl. I wouldn't know. Monat can't expect their reps to be smarter like a buffalo when they don't even know what their buffalo is about. Hello, puffy duck. Oh my goodness. Okay, just going to catch up on your comments here. Lindsay says you're right. What we have called buffalo here in North America are actually bison. I get in this discussion way too GD often, and I don't know why. And so this is an important part because we haven't really discussed this yet. Is that the buffalo that is shown on this thumbnail is not an actual buffalo. It is a bison. But if you talk to people like in North America and you say buffalo, they're going to know what you're talking about. They're going to know it's a bison, but it's not. It is, when you're saying a buffalo, it's not a buffalo. It's a bison. There's bison, there's buffalo, and there's cows here. It's not just buffalo and cows. It's not just buffalo and cows. It's the bison factor. Marie says, I'm just looking into scientific studies on this topic, and they're more critical. It's like 50-50 on what direction they go. Oh, there you go. It's 50-50. And they need to figure out what their motivations are. How would they study that? It's like, do the buffalo know that they're going to get through the blizzard faster? Is that their motivation? This is good. And thank you for that, Marie, for this investigation. Coconuts. When I lived in Idaho, we had a bison sanctuary down the hill from our cow. That picture definitely shows a bison, not a buffalo. Potato supreme! Hello, potato. They can't even get their analogy right. Nope. MLM, no. I always say MLM, no, instead of MLM, no. You're like, I know. Go for the no got warped by MLM Huns. In traditional sales, it means get a solid answer. No means stop wasting your time and get a new customer. This is one of those concepts that exists outside of multi-level marketing that's true and helpful, and yet it's warped and then it's stained. And I don't know if it's like this for you. I have found, I used to feel exactly the same way as you, MLM, no. But what I found is that I'm like, so I don't know if triggered isn't the right word. Oh, maybe it is. I feel like if I had a buzzer, and anytime I hear like a concept like this, I just want to hit it like it just bugs me. And I know it's like, I don't want to, I don't know how to deal with it. Someone giving advice, like, going for no, or they might say it in a different way. It can be helpful. It can be useful, but like we beat it to death the wrong way in multi-level marketing, and hearing it, it's like, I get what you're trying to go for, but I want a new way. I can't lean into that concept because it's so screwed up, I don't know. I hope I'm making sense there. Ava Life, hello. Emmy says it's like they're not able to lie even in their stupid animal allegories. Yeah. I was trying to think of a word today. I made some pieces of content on allegory. This is what I should say, because I make these leaps and I hope people just fill in the blanks. So I'm going to take the time to explain what I'm saying. So Emmy, because you said the word allegory, this reminded me of a piece of content I made earlier today. I made a duet with this Arbonne guy. He's taking his shirt off and then he puts it back on. It's the weirdest fucking thing. I hope this guy wakes up and gets out. He seems to have a good sense of humor, but holy smokes, it's just nuts. He's like, hi, he says, I'm a shirtless girl dad. And then he's like, oh, well, actually, I'm going to talk some business, so I'm going to put my shirt back on. And I'm thinking, can you imagine if you were to go in there, hi, I'm a shirtless boy mom. Oh, I'm going to put my shirt back on and talk business now. I mean, it's so messed up. Anyway, I was trying to think of this term, and I kept just thinking catfishing. And I know that's not the term. And now I'm going to forget it. Somebody else said it. Shit, what did they say? It's not catfishing. What's the... Oh my God, I'm going to have to go on Instagram and see what it was. Because somebody said it. And I thought, oh, that's the term I was trying to think of. This is my brain right now. I got... What is it? It's not catfishing. Somebody's probably already written it in the comments. Like, Julie, just scroll down. I've said it. Thirst trap. That's it. They're like MLM thirst trap edition. Ew. That's the word I was trying to think of. A bison, a buffalo, and a cow walk into a bar. Nyondo says that kind of buffalo can't even deal with steep hills. In India, farmers in the hills have to walk them like dogs. Oh, Ava, I hope you're feeling better. That sucks. I'm sorry. You have 2 cats. I have 1 cat. Raquel says, it's not as cool to say run under a shed or huddle behind a tree. Yeah. Nikki B's like, when anti-MLM meets David Attenborough. I love it. Bison are tanks. They look like tanks, you know? Yeah, and where's the Shetland cow? Where are the studies on the Shetland cows that I bet you they face into a blizzard or a storm? Lindsay says, this is the most Canadian thing ever, Julie screaming. Bison are not cows. You should have seen the group chat. I'm like, I realize I sound like a raving maniac, but I got to get this out. It's like the creative block. Like, this is the content that needs to come out. I have no idea why. If it helps one person out there, even if it just provides that, that comedic relief, it's a good thing. I need a bison is not a cow on a shirt. Oh my God. I snorted there. Fall season. Bored Black Sheep says, it's a capybara. I'm pretty sure of it. That's this. I have a capybara lamp. Look at that. I ordered this, got this from Australia. I had to order an adapter to plug it in. David G says, LOL, jump into this live and the title, this needs to be said. And the first thing I hear, it's the bison. It's not a cow. Oh, man. They don't view people equally. Yeah, exactly. It is the perfect time to join. Well, I hope you hang out here, Ava. I hope that this might relieve your anxiety. I do a lot of shit talking and like laughter, and you can see people are having different comments. So I hope that hanging out here maybe lifts your spirits a little bit. Also, bison are mean fuckers. Please like the stream. Word Black Sheets. But come on, the wrong science MLM was a bit smarter than this. I wonder if they could make the difference between bison or buffaloes. Potato Supreme says it flies, it buzzes, is black, yellow, and stings sometimes. Is it a wasp or bee? And which one faces into the blizzard? That's what you have to be like, because that is going to explode your multi-level marketing business. Aerodeal says, seems to me they want people to be a cash bison instead of a cash cow. Oh, man. Good spider, bad spider. First time catching you live, Julie. I love your content, and it's so important what you're doing from a cow. Oh, thank you, good spider, and welcome. I really do like doing these lives. I haven't done one in quite some time. Highland cows are mean MFers. Apocalypso says, I think the point is that these cults are trying to push this mystic woo sort of rhetoric. According to Hollywood, buffalo are sacred to natives, a favorite for appropriation for mystic woo. KB says, what did I just hop into? Did you just hop into this Zoom call? Would you be open? KB6263, would you be open? I'm just curious. Would you be open to learning more about my multi-level marketing opportunity? I'm a shirtless boy mom, but I'm going to talk about my business now. So I'm going to put my shirt back on. Buffalo's LOL, never a dull moment around here. Nope. If we're going to go live, I need to laugh. Otherwise I'm just going to lose it. There's just been too much serious, heavy, dark crap that, so many of us have had to face being an MLM. Never mind just watching this stuff unfold. It's so brutal. Apocalypso says, so choosing to use buffalo and trying this analogy is just an attempt to push the mystic woo vibes more. No, I'm gonna be the bison. Damn it. The best high altitude potatoes. Why be a buffalo when you can be a high altitude potato? Exactly. And that's what we're just waiting for. Can you imagine having that at Monat? This is potato with the lightning behind it. There wouldn't be any faces on it. They wouldn't even try to do any kind of clever eyes. I mean, they might, because they're an MLM and they always make things really creepy and weird. But if you could just, at high altitude potatoes, we do it differently. We'll have just the high altitude potato, purple, still the purple and bluish lights with the lightning behind it, just tilted kind of at the side this way. And that would be amazing. Potatoes, they just roll into the storm. They just keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Praise be the potato. Bird black sheep. Lindsay, you look a bit unkept. I lost it. Why is this so realistic? You'd be shamed. You're like, you told me not to be a cow. And now it's not good enough. Nothing I do is good enough. Someone's insulting cows, not cool. I like cows. Yeah, it's true. All of multi-level marketing, every multi-level marketing company is insulting cows. I don't know of one that's not. They all want you to be like a buffalo. It's actually not a buffalo. It's a bison. Oh, thank you, Marie, for pointing out. Ava, can you please stay on the subject of the stream? Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Tanya, for moderating. Tanya has been a moderator from when I first started doing these lives, been with me from pretty much day one. Thank you so much. Factress says, don't you know, Julie, that everything and everyone is always in competition. It's the MLM way of life. It's true. Even animals. I mean, how desperate are you? Like, you're trying to sell Monat. So, I mean, setting aside all other multi-level marketing companies, I know I'm yelling. But setting aside all other multi-level marketing companies, this is just Monat. And they've chosen to put a bison, calling it a buffalo, with lightning behind it. Like, and that lightning is behind it, by the way. The bison, the buffalo, isn't facing into the storm. We should be seeing its butt, but we're not. It's the storm is actually behind it. So even this, it's just all for show. It's all fake, you know? So even with Monat, they're trying to sell, they're known for shampoo. They're releasing their new scalp, whatever. You know, it's supposed to be so cooling. Oh my goodness, I have this video clip that I got to make content with. It's so bad. I just feel bad. I feel bad for the people who are brainwashed at the top. I feel bad for their their test subject, just a young person. And she's like, it feels really cooling on my scalp. One application, it's like the testament is like, this is an amazing product. But anyway, you're selling hair care products. You know, they're selling makeup now, but they're predominantly known for hair care. What in the hell? Out of all of the metaphors, analogies, allegories that you could choose, why would you use this? It doesn't even make any sense. And because a bison facing into a storm, how does that translate to growing your network marketing business? Tell me that. Are buffalo recruiting more, or are bison recruiting more? Do they get through the storm faster? So does that mean they get to a yes faster? Are cows not that good at duplicating? Buffalo are, or bison are? How does this make sense in any sense, except you have to just block everything else out and just go through everybody telling you that you're in a cult? Oh my goodness. A bot. Okay. All right. Maybe. Crafty Raven says, they talk about cows so the sheep don't realize they're being fleeced. Maybe this is a bot. Yeah. Natasha. So bison and buffalo were at some point going extinct. I'll be a cow and run away from MLMs, storms, and survive. Yeah, exactly. So it's like facing into the storm. So even, you know, I mentioned this point before. You're a bison equipped to face the storm. This is what you were built to do. The cow, a domestic animal, needing to be milked. It's got to go back to the barn. Oh, don't be a cow. The cow is going to be like, oh, I really want to grow my multi-level marketing business. I guess I should pretend I'm a bison, because a cow cannot physically become a bison. This whole story is so stupid. They should actually use all bison, all buffalo, or all cows, and pick certain attributes of different cows that survive instead of two completely different animals. Bison is very popular now for me. Speaking of bison burgers, maybe their motivation is to get away from the Monat reps. Monica, hello, Monica. One thing I hate is being pestered after I said no. Me too. Champagne hand, hello. Joining so late, but hello. I'll try to get caught up. Well, I hope you enjoy it. This is there's no point to this. There's a point, but it's like my dad would used to say, the leading edge of a bowling ball. Factress, are herd animals the best examples to use when you need to rove? You're not, I'm sorry, I don't know what that word is. You're not a mindless cult. I don't know. Prove that's what it is. Ellie says, gonna hop off to bed and we'll catch the rest on the replay tomorrow. So glad I managed to at least catch a moment of it. Go! Thank you, Ellie. Thanks for being on. Monica says, eating peanut butter cups. Oh, with my truly watching this live. My day is complete. It's perfection. Oh, that sounds good. And Marie, there we go. Buffalo, cows, and potatoes. This is it. And people are, I had made some post on Instagram. It's bad. Somebody had made this post on Facebook. Oh my God. They say, they do the whole story. Did you know that buffalo, go through the storm, and then they're like, in a world full of cows, be a buffalo. And then at the bottom, it says Galatians 6:9. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's not in Galatians. That's what they said. What the hell? I just saw your reel on this. So good. Thirst trapping. Exactly. That was the word I was trying to look for. I finally caught up. Yes, everybody's saying thirst trap, bait and switch. I'm finally, you can see how far back I am from this. Just catching up now. But I really love your comments. Simberly says, an old friend recently started posting about, and I want to forward your shirtless, Arbonne, and I want to forward your shirtless girl dad post so badly it probably won't help, but it was hilarious. Yeah, that'll go off like a lead balloon. She's a hater. She swears so much. She's so fucking angry. I know where that'll go. Oh, man. Jordan says, oh my God, you're live. Girl, I've been listening to your stuff for the past month to go to sleep. LOL, please keep it up for my bedtime routine. Aw, I'm glad this is helping you go to bed. Go to sleep. We can have bisons with our high altitude potatoes. We can. High altitude bison is the sister cult. Oh, we have the yak. Now there's the yak and the zopki. Now I might be saying that incorrect. Years ago, I did a trek to Nepal, and zopkis yaks can only live, and you can fact check me on this. Now, if I remember correctly, yaks can only live at a certain altitude, the same altitude that high altitude potatoes are grown at. It's all coming crystal clear to me now. It's all meant to be. I can see now I'm right in the right place at the right time. And so are you with this ground floor opportunity. But yaks, I'd say it's like 10,000 feet. I don't know if that's the right one. But yaks, how is it? Okay. Do yaks breed with cows and then the cows give birth to the zopki? Zopkis are the intermediary. I think zopkis can go in between worlds, like alternate realities. They can phase in and out. They can go high altitude. They can go low altitude. I think cows kind of keep to the low altitude, and then yaks are above. So there's the zopki and the yak too. So is it still bullshit if it's a buffalo, bison, or cow? That is the question. Exactly. We need to get to this. We need to get to the point of this. We need to figure this out. And I don't know. We want to know how we're going to grow our network marketing business. This is going to be like, how am I going to grow my Monat multi-level marketing? We are not an MLM. We are Monat. How is this going to propel me into momentum and ignite my business? Arrow deal. Capybara, bison, and Slappy the fish as the mascots to high altitude potatoes. Oh, good night, Arrow deal. Monica says it's not worse. That lobster math. Exactly. Moose are even meaner than bisons. And I wonder if moose face into the blizzard. There's so many different animals that we need to figure this out. No way that capybara light is so adorable. It was, they didn't have anything on Amazon that was like this. Like this was, it's like more realistic looking. They just had ones that were more cartoonish, much more childlike. This is more adult. For the refined tastes of a 49-year-old that just discovered capybaras and really likes them. Oh, yes. In fact, I'm finally caught up with the thirst trap. Okay, I'm going to scroll down. Oh my goodness, I'm going to scroll down. If I've missed your comment, I'm sorry. I just love reading them. They're so funny. Wash your cow in high altitude potato shampoo from Nikki B. Tanya says cows are actually also quite unintelligent. A cattle guard is literally a metal grate in the ground and it stops them. They will also stand in a pond and not know how to get out. Calling people like saying that they're stupid too. You can start seeing how these different insinuation, like these innuendos, can control people too. Marie says, the strange thing, they have an actual metaphor that works. Wild animals tends to run against the firewall because it's a higher survival chance than trying to escape it by running away from it. Bored black sheep, me scrolling on Instagram in a world full of cows, be a buffalo. Josephine, are you selling shampoo? I'm so deep. Exactly. I need to recruit you into my team and grow my multi-level marketing business. And what really now you need to do is work on yourself and personal development. Factress says a cow can't be a bison, but in MLM, they want you to think you can be anything you want. A business owner in someone else's business, a stay-at-home mom with no actual time for your kids. Lindsay G says, okay, I have to run, but I'll watch the rest later. Thanks for the laughs and bison discourse. High altitude potato. David G says, do high altitude potatoes contain the secret to living at high altitudes like lobsters contain the secret to eternal youth? Yes. The lobsters in LifeWave were actually fed high altitude potatoes. The eternal code is actually in high altitude potatoes. It's a very adult capybara. Yeah. Our capybara needs a glass of wine. Okay, I caught up to the comments. All right, let's get back into our discovery here of how absurd this was. We're just on myth number 1. We've got 5 myths to go. We've got 4 other myths to go here. All right. Oh, so there they are again, facing the storm. They're facing the photographer, looking absolutely nothing like a cow. It's clear these suckers were built. They're built like a Ford truck or whatever. They're built Ford tough. What is the... Okay, look at this. Myth 2. Bison and buffalo are the same thing. Wrong answer, Monat. Look at, there you go. Right there. Okay. While the term bison and buffalo are often used interchangeably in North America, the scientifically correct term for the furry brown creatures that roam the plains is bison. Buffalo are technically native to South Asia and Africa. Think water buffalo and Cape buffalo. Though they are in the same family, Bovidae, not bidet, they don't occupy the same regions of the globe, and buffalo have larger horns and lack the pronounced shoulder hump that bison are for. Myth 3, bison are slow. So they didn't, that wasn't really addressed, but look at this sucker move. He's charging head on into the storm. He knows that if he goes there fast enough, he's going to get to the other side. He's not like those silly cows. This is clearly a Monat bison, a buffalo, excuse me. If you're in Monat, it's a buffalo, but if you're in the real world, it's a bison. If you're under the impression that bison are little more than larger versions of domestic cows, you might also believe that they are docile and slow, but bison can be aggressive and territorial, protective of their young, and they can run fast, up to 30 miles per hour. In fact, which is much faster than any Monat market partner can run. That means if a bison takes chase and you're too close, you'll be within goring or trampling distance in a matter of seconds. Well, I mean, that tracks. You have somebody in a multi-level marketing company. No, please. I said no so many times. I'm not open. I'm not curious. Don't put me on your list. Leave me alone. And myth 4. It's okay to approach a bison if it's resting. Okay, I mean, that's obvious, but just look at the side of that thing. Oh, I screwed up. I got to show there. Look at the side. I mean, you can see it's all what's facing the storm. He's like equipped to face the storm. Its butt is not equipped. It's not equipped to face the storm. That's why you don't see bison running backwards into the storm. That would be essentially a more accurate comparison if you're going to use the cows, Myth 5, there's no way to know when a bison is about to charge. It's when you've accepted their friend request. And you thought, well, I don't really want to say no. They're my friend. And, how big of a deal? Maybe I'll just place one order to support their small business. Oh, God. Now you got the upline on a three-way call. The bison is pawing the ground. It's coming at you. I'll get Simberly's like, bison are quick to flip a tourist over. Elizabeth's, anyone remember that bison that depants a woman at Yellowstone? I think it could have been another park. I did not know about that. Neondo, I'm going backwards here in the comments. Neondo, no, bison are not slow. There's a reason park rangers advise photographing them for a long way away. I don't know why I hesitated on that word. It's like the word documentary. I always want to say documentary. I have to like coach myself to say that word, and photographing them was the same thing. So weird. But what shampoo is that bison using? Definitely Monat. KB, thank you for being on here. Stupid Asso says, I just received my first order of hat, only $40 a pound. It's a real deal. And you get what you pay for. You get drugstore potatoes, grocery store potatoes, and they're okay. I mean, you can live on them, but man, you take one bite of high altitude potatoes. Oh, they're worth their weight in gold. And that's why we charge such high prices. It's good quality. Melanie says, that was me, the MLM support, my friend customer. I figured out things thanks to creators like you. Oh, it's rough, because you do really care about your friend and you want to support them and you want to see them get out, and the products can be good. It's so complicated, and it's hard to be a real friend and set a boundary for them. It's difficult. App are amazing. They are. All right. Back to our debunking of this ridiculousness. Okay, so fortunately, there are many ways to determine if a bison has marked you as a threat and is considering charging. First, its tail will likely be standing straight up in the air. Can you imagine, though? Like, if you were close enough to a bison to see its tail standing straight up in the air? Oh my God. I wonder if you're supposed to roll over and play dead like a certain bear. It may then respond by bluff charging, bobbing its head, pawing at the ground, bellowing, or snorting. This would scare the living daylights out of me. These are warning signs that you are too close and that a charge is imminent. Yes, that makes sense. While bison can and will react to human presence defensively any time of the year, mating season, also known as rut, which happens in July and August, and calving season in the spring, means female bison will be extra protective of their vulnerable young. So be extra cautious about keeping your distance during these seasons. All right, bottom line, keep your distance. Remember that bison are wild animals. Cows are not. Look at this. I screwed up. I was reading this and I didn't show you. Sorry about that. Bison are wild animals. Cows are not wild animals. I'm sure there's wild cows out there, but I am 100% confident that in all multi-level marketing companies that use this ridiculous analogy or story to try to illustrate their point, they're talking about domestic cows. So you're comparing, like I had used this other example, a fish and a bird, or a wild animal and a domestic animal. Oh, let's compare a wild cat, a bobcat, with a domestic cat. It doesn't even make any sense, So dumb. Okay, this is the next one that I wanted to show you. I told you I got some evidence here today. So this one is called, it's National Park Service, NPS.gov articles, Bison Bellows, the winter survivor. And there was just one part. This is the part I wanted to read. During the cold winter season, bison develop thick, woolly coats that help protect them from freezing temperatures and harsh winds. So we've got another element here, that the bison actually grow more fur. They grow more hair. And they're ready for the winter. This is what happens. It's like, animals that are in the tundra, like the little white rabbit or whatever, they're growing white hair so they can hide in the snow because it's going to snow. Cows aren't growing fur when it's winter. It's so stupid on every level. I feel like I'm finally getting this outrage out. It is said that a bison's winter coat is so thick I'm getting agitated again. And provides insulation so effective that when snow accumulates on its coat, it will not melt from the heat of the bison's skin. Like a cow doesn't have that. The snow, the snow gently falling, not on cedars, but on cows and buffalo and bison. We're going to remove the buffalo. The buffalo are like back into like hotter climates. Now we're just with the bison, which Monat calls buffalo. The bison, the snow is falling on them. They don't even feel it. They're hot blood pumping through their veins after they've charged through the blizzard to get to the other side to like go for no and recruit 69 new people to their multi-level marketing company to just blow up their business in 2025. That snow, so insulated, it's not even melting. Cow, the snowflake is on the cow, it's melting. Difference right there. Gee, I wonder if that might have anything to do with why a cow doesn't go facing headfirst into a blizzard. Oh my goodness. All right. Who's growing a winter coat here? Tanya, or it says, I didn't mean that you're growing a winter coat. I just saw horses will also grow a winter coat as well. But guess what? They played us and get better coats than what most people have. Georgie, hello. Mars is the highest of altitudes. Oh, here we go. Marie, HAP is also already established in several countries all over the globe. So we have no limit. It's rumored that we are going to Mars in the next year. We've already launched in space. We're going to have our own potato satellite, potato link communications. Okay, that's why bison use Monat come spring to get rid of that extra wool. Do you experience hair fall like a buffalo? Well, good thing for you. We just released our new scalp care, which looks like this really uncomfortable, weird bottle that you put on your head. And if your scalp is red and itchy and flaky, and all your buffalo / bison hair is falling out, this will do the trick. And by next year, it'll grow back in time for winter so you can face into the blizzard. So the bison buffalo got in at the ground floor level. Got it. Exactly. That's pretty much it. Okay, back to this article. We're getting to my point that I wanted to make. Their skin also thickens in response to cold temperatures, and fatty deposits appear to insulate the animal. This is important because during winter storms, bison will actually turn toward the storm, hunker down, and wait for it to pass. So see, in this one, they're like, well, not all of them are running into the storm. Some of them are hunkering down. With thick coats and creating a low profile, bison can survive the same storm that would kill many domestic livestock. Geez, I wonder if it has anything to do with the fact that their winter coat is so thick and provides insulation that when snow accumulates on its coat, it won't melt from the heat of the bison's skin, and that their skin thickens in response to cold temperatures, and fatty deposits appear to insulate the animal. I mean, it couldn't have anything to do with the fact that cows and bison are completely different animals. That would just be ridiculous. Oh, there's more! Bison also have the ability to use their large head and massive neck and shoulder muscles as snow plows to forage in snow as deep as 4 feet. Again, what domestic cow has that capability? Zero. I think, unless there's one, prove me wrong. Let's see it. Let's see the evidence, Monat. Pull it up. You can have another Zoom training on this with Jim. He'll have his little monitor this time. It'll be like looking down from space. It'll be like, you're going to be like hijacking into my potato link satellites. And it's going to be like trying to find all the different like cows, yaks, bison. Not scalp anymore. It's like repurposing this tool. It's like, it is a resilient animal, Monica. Yeah, you're right. Okay. And look at this. But what is perhaps most impressive is how eating grass allows them to have enough energy to survive the winters. Okay, so under cold stress, bison have developed the adaptation to minimize nutritional needs and slow their metabolism to conserve energy. So, people say Bison during the winter are time minimizers rather than energy maximizers. So, by now, I think I've made a pretty strong case about why using this story of buffalo and cows is stupid. But I do have one more piece of evidence that I'd like to show you. And let's just take a look at this. Oops, that's not what I wanted to show you. I'm like clicking wrong. I've got to just wait. I got to set this up. I have to put my spectacles on. Oh, damn it. How do I do this? I need another monitor. That's what I need. Oh. Okay. Share this tab instead. There we go. I wanted to make it big, but to fill the whole screen, but that's okay. This'll do. It's like in Babe. That'll do, pig. All right. So this is, let's see if I can do this. Oh yeah, there, I got it now. Buffalo Stampede in Yellowstone. So let's just take a look at, these magnificent animals, which these aren't buffalo. These are, look, it says Buffalo Stampede in Yellowstone. This is bison. But we can call them buffalo. This looks more like what was on the Monat, stage with the lightning behind it. Are they running into the storm? That's what we also want to know. But look at these things. Look at that. Look at this one coming. The little one in the middle of those two. Look there. There we go. Right left-hand corner. Look at that thing. That is not like a cow. You can see its powerful shoulder and neck muscles. You could imagine that sucker sweeping through the 4 feet deep snow. You could imagine the snow falling on its fur. Hold on to my fur, I like it. You can imagine that snow isn't melting on it. And then you look at its butt. The butt looks more like a cow than the front of it does. Like if you want to make like a comparison, it's inaccurate to compare the two animals, which is what the whole point of this is what I'm. Look at that one. You can see very clearly in this case, the butt of that one looks more like a cow than the front of it does. A cow has no chance running into a blizzard, even if it wanted to. Even if it decided, you know what, I'm going to put $40,000 into multi-level marketing coaching. I'm going to go to every event. I'm going to do this. It has no chance because it cannot grow fatty deposits. It doesn't automatically grow all this fur in the winter. I don't know about its metabolism, if it's becoming more, it can conserve its energy more. The bison does this automatically. It has this genetic advantage, if you will, of facing the blizzard. But the domestic cow might be going home to get milked. It's living in a barn or whatever the hell it's doing. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to compare these two. I want to drive this point home for anybody that's waking up from multi-level marketing, because you're like, this is absurd and you're taking this too far. And you're right. I'm doing this for a point. I'm doing this for a reason, because it is absurd. Multi-level marketing is absurd. It's ridiculous that we need to make content like this, just pointing out that these things are frauds. MLM is fraud. You don't need to call it a pyramid scheme. You could just call it a fraud, because that's what it is. Just cut to the chase, All right. Look at these things. Arr! Arr! Look at that. They're all running into the storm because they know they're going to explode their multi-level marketing business. Okay, I'm going to catch up on your comments. We have bison and potatoes, and we also have peptides. We have potato peptides. When they would run, they would use up too much energy in the winter. Yeah. Oh. Hello, Eloise. Eloise just made a video on Make Wellness and is a anti-MLM content creator. And so go check out her channel if you're interested. Nikki B says, I live in central London. I know way more about Buffalo than I need, but I love it. More, please. Thank you. I gotta catch up on your comments here. I apologize. Okay, there we go. I see where Georgie got in. Okay. Elizabeth, that's why the bison use Monat come spring. Okay, we got you. All right, David G. Fact. If you milk a frozen cow, you get little milky ice cubes. Fuck. Okay. Simberly, so the bison buffalo got in. Okay, and I had your comment from before, the Spudnik. I get so excited I start clicking around up and down, and then I'm double clicking on your comments, but that's okay. People deserve to see these comments. They're good. So they wouldn't charge into the storm. So you mean Monat lied to me? Monat wouldn't lie to you? No, it's only all those disgruntled market partners. They didn't really work their business, you know. They just thought it was going to be easy money. They didn't show up consistently. Marie says, you mean the itchy scalp from the hair products from the same company that tried to sell me the product that cures it? Exactly, the same company. It completely makes sense. Need to make a stew for the winter? We got you. Just join High Altitude Potato. Join High Altitude Potato now with more bison. Natasha says, it's better to live one day as a lion than 100 years as a sheep. Benito Mussolini. There we go. That's also a sobering quote. Apocalypso, why have boring old chicken noodle soup when high altitude potato soup cures all ailments and does your taxes for you too? Everything. I mean, I'm not making any health claims, but what I'm saying is that I've seen people, their cancer has been cured just from having 2 ladles of high altitude potato soup. I'm not making any medical claims here. I'm certainly not making any health claims, but I have seen people, they have had their cataracts reverse. I'm not saying that this actually is a medical claim, but all I'm saying is I could do this all day. Marie says, I'm having fatty deposits and I'm hairy and can handle snow really well. That must mean I'm a bison. Okay, I have to go to the bathroom. I need to show you. I got to play music or something while I got to go. I'm going to wrap this up. I want to read your comments, and then I do want to show you the clips that I told you I was going to show you from the beginning. It's very short. It's like 30 seconds, just where I was Monations from 2019 to 2024. But I really have to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to put on some music here, and I hope you can hear it. Let me know if you can hear it. I used to play music on my phone, and then now it doesn't pick it up on my computer. So I don't know. I have this. I don't use this. I have this. I've used it a couple times, but it's like the couple of videos that I use this on, I didn't notice a difference at all. I didn't think my voice sounded any better. And when I'd say any word with an S in it, it sounded like I was lisping. And I'm like, oh, great. Here we go. It's never just plug and play. People are always like, it's so easy. All you have to do is this. No. And then there's all these buttons and they're like, oh, well, what about the gain or the pattern? I'm like, you said it was plug and play. I don't want to learn this stuff. Like I do, but then also I get really impatient and I don't. So I'm not using that. So anyway, I'm hoping that just by sharing the tab of this audio that you'll be able to hear it. And I'll turn my mic off and I'll play this. So let's see if you can hear this. And then I'll read your comments and then, oh shit. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. All right. I should be able to. Let me know if you hear this. Let the good times roll. Let them knock you around. Let the good times roll. Let them make you a clown. Let them leave you up in the air.
the stories be told. Let them say what they want. Let the photos be old. Let them show what they want. Let them make you up in the air. Let them brush and rock and roll there. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Oh, won't you let the good times roll?
I was gonna play that song like as at the end, but I really had to go to the bathroom. Oh, thank you everyone for letting me know. Andy, you were the first. Oh no, Marie, you said yes. Thank you so much. Monica, you were smiling there too, putting the smiley emojis in there to let me know that it was working. Thank you so much. All right. Okay, I'm gonna read some of your comments here. This has been fun. The antelope killed Mufasa though. Fuffy Duck says, ditto, I can't wait for the first snow. We shall face the blizzard together, Fluffy. There's Fuffy and then there's Fluffy. There's another YouTube name that has like, there was Fluffy and Fuffy that were both on a live stream once. It was nuts. It was very exciting. I gotta go back. Okay. Oh, this is what this comment needs to be seen again because this is just so funny. Oh my God. Natasha says, it's better to be an anti-MLMer than an MLMer. It's true. And if you're watching this and you're waking up, maybe you've already exited. Maybe you've already exited and you're just like, oh my goodness, I didn't know that there was like this whole like community, this whole movement out there of people laughing and sharing their experiences and healing. Welcome. You're not alone. Nyondo says, now I'm all hungry for bison jerky. It's your fault. I'm sorry. Be good. Salty meat. Yum. Apocalypso says, Marie, I'm also fatty and I'm currently getting ready for the blizzards by growing in my winter fur. The bison just has the right mindset. The bison does. And that's why it's a winner. And in a world full of cows, be the buffalo. I mean, bison. They always say, so people are using this. They're saying like, be the buffalo. And then they're putting a buffalo emoji. And it's so sad. You know, I would have been one of those people. I'm like, it sucks because it's the participants that are the low hanging fruit. That's what you see on social media all the time. And so then it's easy and it's important to expose this stuff and to pick it apart and be like, this is wrong, you know, and also at the same time, a lot of these people, they just don't know what they're in and they go from one MLM to another and another and another. Sometimes they're in for years, you know, and yet like the CEOs, they're hidden behind. They're like, oh, call us an MLM. We're going to sue you. That's how powerful I am. I put truck nuts on my Escalade. We're a shopping club. We're certainly not an MLM. Milky is like, what did I just join Milky Ice Cubes? You never know what's going to happen in one of these lives. Potato peptides. Stupid Asso says, I just love your name. You stupid asshole. That's what I was yelling out the window yesterday. So there's bears out right now, and I haven't been posting pictures or video clips because then people will come and then they'll look at the bears, you know. But there was a stupid asso yesterday, it was right outside my house, parks right in the middle of the road, right in the middle of the fucking road. You know, they just pull over. Just don't block traffic. And they're, you know, it's a small community, but like, why would you do that? You know, and just mesmerized. I'm like, I get it. Like, it's beautiful. It's nature, these amazing beasts, you know. I don't know, maybe bears also like go right through the storm and the blizzard. This one was certainly equipped. He was chonky like the bison. But he was a stupid asshole, not the bear, but the person. Anyway, Milky Ice Cubes, that's what sent me off. It also reverses age. I'm 35 now, thanks to we age backwards. It's anti-aging. It's like aging healthfully. Healthfully. I'm just making words up now. Use your bumper music. Oh yeah. Yeah, that is, I should actually have that. I actually do have that on my computer. I guess I could put that up. It's a short clip, though. It's not long enough to cover when I'm in the bathroom, that's for sure. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Marie, for letting me know that you could hear it. Let the good times roll. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Lavender Rain. And Andy's web says, I'm very late. What have I missed? Well, let's recap. Okay, now I spent an hour and 29 minutes getting to the point, which really the point is that buffalo are not bison and they're not cows. And that using the story in a multi-level marketing company to try to get people to continue to prospect and create content as comparing buffaloes into facing a blizzard to get through the other side, which they don't actually do because it's bison that don't even do that. And Marie was already doing some investigating. It's like 50-50. Sometimes they're facing in, sometimes they're hunkering down. Scientists don't know if they actually know that the bison are going through to get to the other side of the blizzard faster. I keep wanting to say, like, why does a chicken cross the road? That's what's in my head. So every time I try to describe what's going on with the bison walking through the blizzard, I'm like, well, why did it go through the blizzard to get to the other side? Maybe that's all they're doing. You ask the bison, why are you going to the blizzard? He's like, to get to the other side. So really, that's it. Oh man, I said fluffy instead of puffy earlier. Fluffy beaches or something. Yeah, there was something else. There was that one. My eyes just see what they want to see sometimes. Mine too. I saw something different for 5 years. The truck nuts. Oh, Tanya, thank you so much for moderating. I really appreciate it. Okay, I have to take y'all mobile, but behave, y'all. I don't want to accidentally ban someone because I'm on my phone. You're doing all the work here, so thank you. And Kimiko says, I'm late. Is this a HAP meeting? Yes, it is. It's an impromptu meeting, but it's okay because you can catch this on the replay. You can catch all the information to launch your HAP opportunity is available to you. And you can contact your upline at any time of the day or night to catch you up on this. Fuffy says, bison, cows, yaks, and buffalo are all different animals. Exactly. Marie says, we have the same problem with tourists and reindeers stopping in the middle of the road. Yeah, and I understand. I understand why, wanting to take a video of it and a picture of it, I do. And at the same time, it's like, in my house, like I'm standing in my living room. And so I had my phone. I'm like, well, I'm going to video you because I don't know who the fuck you are. And it's really messed up to see somebody like this outside your house, And so I took some because I'm like, I don't know. I don't know who you are, and I get that they're like wanting to look at the bear, but just, I'm so conflicted. Maybe I'll join Monat again. He'll just give me all the answers. Looking for food, looking for dates. Nikki B says, this has been so fun. Thanks for the buys and high altitude potatoes funsies. It's a joy being in your downline. Thank you for joining the live. I hope you had a good time. Elizabeth says, maybe they got another term wrong and the bison are running into the DQ blizzard because it's delicious. Lisa says, this was fun. Thanks, Julie. Jennifer. Hello, Jennifer. Thank you, Lisa. And thank you, Jennifer. Just in from my job, I get paid for. Apocalypso says, and don't forget our new sister company, High Altitude Yak. Factress says, guys, I did not join HAP because I did my own research and heard that it was a pyramid scheme. Are you mad? Okay, Factress, you can listen. There's going to be times in your life where you're going to be told things that sound really good. But you have to ask, what are the motivations of those people telling you those things? Have they held you back in your life before? And why are you listening to them now? Right at the moment of you making a decision that could potentially launch you into untold riches. How many times in your life have you were about to take a step to do something that you really wanted to do, and then you just decided, no, I'm not going to do it? How many times in your life have you chosen not to be the buffalo? You gotta ride the buffalo, sneaks up on you like a ghost. I gotta play that song at the end. It's like there's 4 parts. I'll only play the last part, the part where he says it sneaks up on you like a ghost. Champagne Hand says, sorry, I missed a bit. I had to put my shirt on and do some business. Glad to attend a HAP meeting though. Excellent. Auntie Lushy, hello. Catching it at the end. Can I change my mind and join? Of course. The Hap family is always here for you, Factress. Neando says Julie manifesting a floppy oversized hat right now. I had it on. Did I bring it? Is it still up here? I might have brought it downstairs because I made that reel earlier today when I duetted that Arbonne bro. I really hope these people get out one day. You know, I think it would be such a hoot if they wake up one day. I don't know. It's like a few years from now, and they're like, "I remember when you were like making content about this." I'll be like, "I'm so happy you're out." I can hope for that. You know. And Monica says, "You did your own research? Oh no, you listen to haters. Don't critically think. Just do everyone else as a hater. Listen to Monica. Monica knows." Excellent. I'm going to a field to recruit some bison. Excellent. Marie says, "Are any other people's telephone constantly trying to charge half to happy birthday?" Okay, I'm going to. Oh yeah, first I want to play this one clip for you, and then we'll do the goodbyes. I want to play that song, the guy that rides the buffalo. If you haven't seen this, and I'll describe that, and then we'll play that, and then we'll say goodbye. We'll say our goodbyes, and we'll see you next time. Whatever piece of content I choose to make next, maybe, who knows? Who will be the next anti-MLM content creator to get served a cease and desist? We never know, but we know somebody's gonna get it. Okay, this is.
We're living it today. Gracias. Thank you. Thank you.
Con el camino claro.
With a clear path.
Hacia dónde deben ir.
Towards where you need to go.
Para que ustedes.
For you.
Alcancen sus mejores oportunidades.
To reach your best opportunities.
Bienvenidos a Monation 2024.
Welcome to Monation 2024.
That was those two clips that I was telling you about from at the beginning of this. And you can see Monat packed a stadium in Columbus, Ohio in 2019 versus today in Florida, wherever they held their event. They couldn't fit into this, I don't know, it's a conference room at a hotel or somewhere. It's so different. So when they're saying, "Oh, our business is exploding, we're going to be $1 billion company," there's no going back from this. This is going down. Monat is sinking, and it's so sad to see people like just getting recruited into this thing. It's like how I feel now, having been like left rank makers as well, is you see people still getting sucked into this thing, even though it's been like, it's just decimated, you know? And that's what really I still struggle to live with, is that they say, you know, a sucker is born every minute. And I'm like, a scammer is born every minute. Even if we got rid of multi-level marketing companies tomorrow, you know, these people choose to scam. They're going to find another way to prey on people. They're going to find another way to hurt people. And then there's this weird crossover from being in a cult and outside of a cult where you can't save everyone. And like, it hurts when I see someone getting recruited into this, and they're gonna lose, I don't know how many years of their lives, and they're gonna lose the time that they have with their kids. You know, I see some of these people are posting all this content with their kids, and it's just heartbreaking, and you can't get through to them, just like people couldn't get through to me, you know. And that sucks. It's so fucking hard. I was thinking about it yesterday when I was out walking, and just knowing that, you know, you can only, you know, those expressions, you can only do so much. But I still think of these people, you know, I think of the people that are still in rank makers, and they might be in for the rest of their lives. This actually is, you know, it always takes a dark turn. It has to, because this is the reality of these things. Somebody I knew in rank makers, they passed away. This just happened. I saw the post on Facebook yesterday, and it was somebody had made a post, and it was a family member, and they were saying that they didn't have enough money, or they were trying to raise money for like cremating. And this person had been in rank makers, and had been doing a lot of unpaid labor for just, you know, was chosen to be one of the people that gets special attention and is given a lot of, you know, always be cheering people on. Good job for recruiting people, or here's a training that Ray did. And I was like, oh my God, like I was still connected with them, you know, and I scroll back through her feed and like, fuck, right to the end, man. I don't think she woke up. Like she lived her life in this fucking cult. And she's still wearing default setting gratitude shirt. That shirt that we all fucking wore. Making a video. Why it's so important to be consistent for your network marketing business. Right to the end, you know. That shit. I think about that. I think about that a lot, you know. I don't know. I don't know what you do with that. I know I make content and I'm like, okay, well, you're not okay. Animals. There's predators, and there's what we can do is we can spread the awareness with people and arm them with the tools, the knowledge to avoid a predator if they can. And sometimes people are going to get sucked in, and sometimes they're never going to get out. But it's hard. I don't know how to not let that bother me. I think it will always bother me, you know. So always got to make a dark fucking twist here. I'm gonna read your comments, and I'll play that Buffalo song. That'll like lighten the mood a little bit again too. From a stadium to a ballroom. Exactly. 2024 looks like a funeral. It does. It's dismal, says Elizabeth. Yes. Oh, Monica says their ship is sinking. Coconuts imploding is the better word. Yeah. Yeah, you can only do so much at the end of the day. It's up to them to get out. Yeah. And this is the other thing too, is I was like looking through the comments. There was somebody from fucking Primerica trying to fucking recruit, you know, in that way that we all do when we're in multi-level marketing. Oh, I wish this is why I do what I do, because people can't afford their funeral expenses. I just wish people would, you know, not saying, oh, I can sell you insurance. I was scanning through all the names, and there's all these fucking people I know. You know, we were all in. Some of them are still, most of them are in. Most of them are still in fucking multi-level marketing, or they're in rank makers. We all knew each other. I didn't leave a comment. I'm like, there's no fucking way. But then I saw there's people who've left, and they've actually spoken out against multi-level marketing too. And I was like, holy fuck. It's just so much. It's just like the further you're out, it's like, I'm like 3 years out now, and looking back, it's not like, okay, I'm out. These are scams. These are cults. It's not like that for me anyway, because it's like living on. So it's like, okay, for me, it's not an option. I need to speak out. I need to do something. I cannot shut my pie hole. I'm like, I see something is wrong. That's who I've always been. Even when I was a kid, when I was in the military, when my dad was in the military, there was these two little shits when I was I lived in Germany for 3 years, and they were like, they had this thing called Friday Flip Up Day. I didn't know this. My sister didn't know this either when we moved to Germany and it wasn't in, we lived in Germany. We went to school in Holland at this NATO base. And so there was like kids from all over the place, all over the world, you know. And Friday Flip Up Day, well, if you wore a dress, the little boys could hold you down and flip up your dress. This was fucking normal in 1983, right? Well, I didn't know this, and we were always wearing dresses because that's what my mom did. She'd go to like thrift stores, we would dress in our nice little dresses, and we'd go to school. That's just what we did. So fucking Friday comes around, my first Friday at this school, and this happens. And these two little shits, these two brothers, they were like, their dad was at a higher rank than my dad. I didn't know that. This is wrong. I'm like going to the teacher, and I wouldn't let it go. And I remember even my parents, we talked about this afterwards, like years later, they were trying to like, ooh, you know, he's at a higher rank. Your dad might actually, like my dad might actually suffer consequences because I'm speaking out against these two little fuckers that were holding down girls, including me. Like, flip up your skirt because it's Friday Flip Up Day. So the teachers were even saying, well, it's Friday Flip Up Day. You should have known better. 1983. Fuck, you can't even make this shit up. So that's like, I've had that. And I kind of, because I've been like, you know, when I reflect back after, you know, being in multi-level marketing and then speaking out, and this has been part of my identity. Like I do stand up and I do speak out, even when sometimes it would be easier if I didn't say anything at all. I can't help it. I can't help myself. So being out, speaking out, it's like it's good. It's helpful for me. It's helping me heal, process, understand shit. It's good. It feels good to help others. I'm connecting with other people. I read your comments. I'm like, whoa, fuck! I never thought of this way. Thank you so much for pointing this out. I had no awareness of this. I know there's a lot of things that I don't know. I'm not aware of, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm learning. And it keeps. And then there's like the life afterwards, where you see people that you had this weird intense experience with. Like, it's a connection. These friendships aren't real, but they also are. It's weird because I feel it. Like, I look through these people that I'm connected to, I'm like, we had this, maybe it's like you have this intense experience together. That's the summation of the relationship. And it's like time has gone by. I have more perspective. They're still in this thing, and it's just so much. So this is what I've been thinking of lately. Some of the many things that I've been thinking of lately. It is fucked up. It is. In 1984, the year after, like 1983, clearly, but that was the first year the first woman ran in a marathon at the Olympics. I think was 1984. I was in grade 4. Things are still new, like things in changing norms and stuff. Andy's web says, I relate to you on this. My mom said I was the same way growing up. She recently described me as being a knight in shining armor, defending those less for chant than me. That to me, it just made sense. Yeah, it just is without thinking. And it's not even, oh, I'm better than you because I do this. It's just like, this is just wrong. It's just, no, I got to say something. and also with me as well, for I if you're watching this and you are starting to wake up from multi-level marketing, or maybe you're thinking maybe one day you might want to speak out, I don't want you to think that you have to. I don't want and if you ever do, you can do, and then you can stop. I just want to emphasize that the choice is yours, whatever you want to do. There's not like you have to make this decision and now that's your new course in life. You can change your mind. You can experiment. You can play. You can back off. You can go all in. You can take time off. Like, it's up to you to figure out, what you want to do. So I just want to emphasize that, because I know people, as time goes by, people are watching all kinds of anti-MLM content, and they're coming across mine too. So I just want to let you know that if you're feeling bad or that you could be doing more, it's the whole point is to get out. That's it. You're helping just by doing that. In terms of me, I felt like I had, like I described, like I had that feeling. I just want to do it anyway. And plus I had a social media like platform on TikTok. That's the language I use. I have more of followers over there, like over 200,000 followers. So I'm like, fuck it. I feel safer over there. I'm going to go. I know how to make content. I know how to make a lot of it. And then eventually I thought, I can branch out and then come over here on YouTube. And I really do like making content, but I felt like I have this ability. It's easy for me to make content, and I have like some kind of following. And so I really should do the right thing. It's just like an added thing. And also I need to, I have like a back door for myself to it. Anytime I can just fuck off and pull the plug. And I say, I'm going to end this soon. I mean, I do promise you this. I just don't know why I'm rambling. Well, actually I do, because this like talking about all this shit, it brings it all up. But there's another thing. I was saying this to my friends yesterday. I say this to myself every day. No one knows and no one cares. It's like a mantra. I don't say it all the time, but I say it pretty much once a day. Like, no one knows, no one cares. And it's kind of like one of the reasons why I don't monetize my content either, because I was really manipulated when I was in multi-level marketing. And I want to put like bumpers up to keep me on track. I'm under no like misbelief or whatever that I couldn't be manipulated again. So it's like one of my ways of, you don't get high on your own supply. There's people out there that are never going to know anything about multi-level marketing, and they just don't give a fuck. People that might be like, they're kind of scrolling through and it's like, well, this is just entertaining to me. There's people that are cruel. There's people that want to abuse people. There are people that will prey on people, and there are people that like that get off on watching this. It's not about you know, any kind of movement or anything. So I try to like, that's what I mean by like nobody knows, no one cares, is to just like help keep that perspective and that broader perspective, because doing this kind of work, it can kind of consume a person as well. And I don't want that to happen, because the whole fucking point of this is to get out and live your life, right? And at the same time, we're still in such early days of publicly exposing this shit, especially on social media. This hasn't happened before. There's people that are still like, they don't even understand what multi-level marketing is. And just with so many people, you know, watching content, creating content, so many amazing anti-MLM content creators. Like, are you kidding me? All these different perspectives and voices. It's so good. And but it's still kind of early. Like, we're still seeing survivors coming out. They're like, fuck it, I'm starting my own YouTube channel, or I'm making a TikTok, and it's helping people exit. So anyway, all this stuff is going on in my head. All right. Lisa says, you should have known better. Blame the victim. Still happening in 2024. Yeah, exactly. A trauma bond of sorts. Yeah, that's probably it. I said all that for what you just said there. Jennifer says, so many leaders in my old company are portraying they're still a top rank when they have actually dropped 2 to 3 levels. Speaking out is shaking things up. That's good to know. Because why do they feel the need to misrepresent what they're at? You know, what they're currently at. And they think that, you know, if they're brainwashed, if they're not in on it, if they're brainwashed still, they believe that that's effective marketing. I hope some of them are starting to question, you know. Auntie Lushy, I got tricked into becoming a creator on YouTube. LOL, kidding. Platinum Chelsea is here. So Jessica Auntie Lushy is a anti-MLM content creator. Platinum Chelsea has been, we did a YouTube video here, is also on Instagram. So definitely go check out these creators if you'd like to go see some more content. Really good commentary. I can't emphasize this enough. There's like so many great anti-MLM content creators, and it doesn't matter how many subscribers they have. Why I'm like doing this this pitch is for people that are coming in and they don't know anything about multi-level marketing, but you're like, okay, I'm starting, this is fucking wild. This is a cult. This is nuts. This has been going on like in front of all our faces. Like, you're starting to be very intrigued by this, putting in like pieces of how people's behavior at your work has changed. Maybe your family member, you're like, holy shit, I want to know more about this. I really encourage you to go not be a seeker, but like go search out anti-MLM and just look that hashtag on YouTube. The commentary is good. So many of us have been in multi-level marketing, and we have our different, experiences, but perspectives in the way we say things, that we're all different ages too. You know, I'm Gen X. I say things the way I say. We all have different senses of humor. The common bond, the common thread is that these things are cults and frauds. And it's just incredible, like this grassroots movement of people speaking out. So by no means is a number of subscribers indicative of somebody's quality of content or their commentary. So I encourage you to go check out their content. Anyway, yeah, I think everybody should be having like 100,000 followers. That's just like, that's what I'm trying to say here. Apocalypso says, I was one of those people who didn't know or care, but you changed that, Julie. You have such a gift for inspiring people. Oh, thank you. Christina says, you're so appreciated, Julie. Monica says, I don't know how people can be okay portraying a lifestyle they don't have just to sell something. It's so weird. Yeah, it's the brainwashing. Here you go, Platinum Chelsea and Jessica Antilush. You're the best. I'm just happy to help out where I can, and every little bit helps. Such a fucking cliche. But it's true. That's one of the things that's true, you know? Okay, I'm going to get the guy that rode the buffalo. So what in the hell is the guy who rode the buffalo? There was a movie, and I don't know what this movie was about. And I really don't care, because these guys that did like this band that decided to do like use this movie to inspire like this song has just made it so awesome. So this movie is really old. It's, I don't know, however many years it's been uploaded to YouTube. And it shows this guy that like adopts a baby buffalo, and then he rides the buffalo. So the song is called The Guy Who Rides a Buffalo, and there's 4 parts of it up on YouTube. And it's just so funny because they take parts of this movie, which is it's a long movie, and then they just sing. So he'll say, one day the guy on a buffalo found a baby in the forest. And there's like a baby. This guy, he gets off his buffalo. He's riding buffalo. And there's a baby. Field of grass, like the plains. The buffalo would be stampeding towards the blizzard. But and he just picks up this baby. It's like swaddled in like pink clothing. He says, and then he took the baby to his friend who was barren. There's like this woman in a log house. He just like hands him. He's like, yeah, I found a baby. Of course, I don't know the whole like the story, the arc of the story of this movie. It's all condensed just for this song, right? It's hilarious. And then he says, and then he, because then he got like these guys that were hunting buffalo. They like shot him, and he was like healing, and I don't know. He has this friend that he gives this baby to, and there's like the bad guys in town, and then anyway, so that's kind of like what this guy in the buffalo is about. Is it Blazing Saddles? Is that's what it's called? Maybe I should watch it. Rob says, thank you, Julie. You're welcome. Jason says, appreciate all the anti-MLM work you do. Platten says, hi, I worked so hard on my background. Thank you so much, Monica. Maybe Baron Van Munchmausen, hello. And I don't know if it's Blazing Saddles. Maybe it is. Okay, I've got to search for this. Okay, where is it? I'm hoping that it's on okay, guy who ride a buffalo. It's like James Posse or something. Guy who rides a buffalo. Let's see. Okay, this is the first one. I want to get the this is episode 1. There's 4, I think there's 4 parts to this. I did play this song on that when I was talking about this on Instagram when I was showing the buffalo. Guy who rides a buffalo. Okay, I'm going to just mute this because I want this to be like a proper surprise for you if you're watching this, if you're still here. It's only the first one. Guy who rides a buffalo. Let me see episode. Because I really like the part where he sneaks up on you like a ghost. I think that line is just hilarious. There's another part. You can see like the video clips on YouTube too. If I remember, I'll link them in the description after this, after I'm done this. And he goes into town and the buffalo like goes through the saloon doors. And he just starts like raising hell. And then the buffalo kicks a guy in the head. He's like, and then I kicked you in the head. That's a good part too. It's just so awesome. Oh, I think it's only on okay, let me see if I can get this here. All right. Guy who rides a buffalo. So with I don't have really good technical skills, and I have to use Microsoft Edge to do StreamYard because I was using Google Chrome and then StreamYard stopped working for me. So then I'm like, are you kidding me? I got to use Microsoft Edge. So then I had to open up all these tabs on Microsoft Edge, which is then I can't get into my YouTube account, which is like YouTube Premium. So then there's these ads. I'm like, and it's this thing. And it's so fucking frustrating. It's like this thing. It's like the gain and all this stuff. I'm like, I just want to make a video. I just want a video. I want to shit talk. I want to laugh with people who understand my sense of humor. That's what I want to do. Okay. This is not what I want. Okay, I'm getting closer. I'm inching my way along to the solution here. Exit full straight. Okay, buffalo. Guy who rides a buffalo. Guy who rides a buffalo. Sneaks up on you like a ghost. Okay, is it this one? It might be episode 2. I might have to just play this because this is worth it. Guy on a Buffalo, episode 2 is orphans, cougars, and whatnot. It is pretty good. And in this video clip, I think I had played this one before in a live stream. The cougar actually did attack him. It was like this, I mean, it's still a wild animal, but it was like a trained animal. What they did stunts with this thing, but it actually did attack him. Episode 3, this is the one, origins, villains, and the like. I'm kind of torn. I think it is kind of funny for you to see the orphan. He picks up the baby. but I really like the line of, I think we're going to go for episode 3. Origins, villains, and the like. All right. Oh, yes. If it plays a commercial, well, oh, well. Okay. I'm going to share this tab instead. Full screener. All right, we got, oh, that's not it. So wait, I'll get that out. What the hell? Oh, there it is. Yay! I went down below. Okay. All right. Had to go up in the middle there. Okay. Okay. I've got the sound on. All right. Guy in a Buffalo, episode 3, finale, part 1. This is the one I'm choosing. I could be choosing to show you in like chronological order, but no, we're going to just like screw everything up and just go to episode 3, but it's worth it.
One day, the guy without a buffalo. Oh, is that a waterfall back there? Seen some coyotes creeping on a baby wounded buffalo. Scared him off with his gun. Trotted up to the buffalo, body slammed the buffalo for his own good. Hogged out the buffalo, brought home the buffalo to eat him. Oh, he's kind of cute. I'll just eat my horse instead. And ride the buffalo, went to saddle up the buffalo. He's faster than he looks, but I'm on, yeah, awesome. And on the buffalo, I need a switch. I'm gonna hit it. Yeah, all right, now we're going. Now this is awesome. Oh, God. Oh, man, this is unstable, but I'm trying to prove a point. What? Riding on a buffalo. God, is that a stick or a, what's that? Oh, I'm riding. I'm just a guy on a buffalo. One day the guy on the buffalo was romping around in a pasture. Buffaloes was minding babies, but also getting hunted by some hunters. One of them was loud. The buffalo scattered. The other hunter got mad, kicked him in the knee and punched him right in the mouth. He tackled the other hunter, not sure why, but it turned into this whole big deal. Guy on a buffalo, sneak up on you like a ghost. Yeah, it's me, you hunt buffalo? No, we cool. I'm on a buffalo, don't forget it. Oh, I won't. I don't like that guy. I'm gonna shoot him. Check out my coat. Look out, guy. You're gonna get shot by the guy wearing a buffalo. Oh, get to the forest. What's gonna happen to guy on a buffalo?
I gotta play the 4th part just to see. There's like 2 other parts before this. This is so fucking awesome, but it's so good. So as soon, so you can imagine when I saw like You've Reached Melanie on her video and that buffalo, I'm thinking of this song at the same time. So I've got all this like conflicting information. I know it's a bison, it's a buffalo. Even the song, it's like a guy on a buffalo. It's a bison. Even this, it's a bison. But like the song is in my head at the same time. And so now you know why I had to make this video. Okay, I'm going to just get the last one pulled up here. It's worth it. Episode 4. This is the finale. So it left off, like it started with the origins because it kind of went backward. This is what these movies do. This is, and the song is following suit. I guess it started with episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. It was like the guy was riding a horse, finds the little orphaned buffalo, tames it, and it's like the guy who rides the buffalo sneaks up on you like a ghost. All right, episode 4. Oh my goodness. Where is it? Episode 4. Okay, I gotta get this up.
One day a geezer in the forest found a buffalo with a dead body on his back. Put his finger in his nostril and brought him on home to his barren wife. This happened before the baby thing. Put his pipe in his mouth and pulled the guy off. Buffalo took him in and fed him some soup. About 30 minutes later, the guy felt fine and he was like, oh, thanks, y'all. Gotta check on my buffalo. How you doing? Put some with this raccoon, y'all. Oh, it makes our dinner. Hope you like dumplings. Well, I do. All to sit down and eat these dumplings. How you like them? They're good. How you like them, raccoon? I like them too. Oh, God. Thanks for complimenting me, guy on a buffalo. One day, the guy on the buffalo seen his enemy on a mule. He says, I'ma chase him down and maybe just trample him to death. Who knows? Let's see. But the mule wouldn't go, and when he started running, the guy could hardly hold on, cause he didn't have a saddle and it bucked him off. Now it's a foot race with a buffalo. Guy on a buffalo was straight to trample you down in the weeds. Guy on a buffalo, hey, I like your hat, but it's not gonna save you. You better watch out. Oh no, he trampled that guy, left him for dead out on the prairie. Buffalo. Oh, see ya, guy on a buffalo. One day the guy on the buffalo went into town for some more revenge. Got a hot tip about the Crystal Palace and decided to go on in. He's thinking maybe them buffalo hunters who shot him was in there, and it turns out they is. So he started causing ruckus. Head for the hills, everybody. This guy is straight crazy. Guy on a buffalo. Oh, shoot your glassware. Yeah, guy on a buffalo. Shoot you in the gut. Not cool. And shoot you in the head and put a stove on your foot. Ouch. Oh, y'all don't want to mess with a guy that's riding around atop a buffalo. Hey, there, guys. I done told you not to mess with a guy riding a buffalo.
Okay, now you know. Now you know about the guy on the buffalo. There was one part where he's like, trample him in the weeds. And then the stove on his foot. Oh, so now you know. I got to remember to put those links in the description so that you can watch the whole series. Oh, so she'll live rent free in my head eternally. Yes. And MLM knows as I'm going to go to our Buffalo Reserve and play all 4 parts. It's so good. Monica, I can see you were like, what's going on right now? Oh, I know. It's a good one. All right. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me and all your comments. This was fun. I got to do it again. Thank you so much to all anti-MLM content creators, no matter where you focus your content, however much content you make, whatever your perspective, how you create, it is really making a difference. And you're seen, it's being seen, and you are helping people. And you might not get that feedback all the time because it's hard for people to reach out and say, thank you, just like what we were like when we were in. But it really is helping. So thank you so much. And I know that you put a target on yourself. Like a guy on the buffalo. But just thank you so much for all the work you do. All right. That's all I got. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.